it's Mara, and today I want to talk to you about what you can eat or drink before and after your surgery. So a lot of people have to go on a liquid diet or a low-fat, low-carb diet right before their surgery. Some people it's 2 days, some people it's a week, 2 weeks, some people I've heard is a month. So you might be asking yourself, well, what do I have to do? What if I have to go on a liquid diet for, however much time? What should I be eating or drinking? So protein drinks are probably the best known thing that you can eat or drink. And there's lots and lots of them out on the market. I'm going to show you some popular ones. So Premier Protein is a very popular one, and I think it comes in 5 flavors: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, banana, and caramel. You can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them at, I think GNC sells them, and maybe some other places like that. Personally, I find them extremely, extremely sweet, and it's fine like when I start, and then after a few sips I get a little nauseated after them. So what I started doing, I did like the caramel one. I like a little bit of sweetness. So what I started doing was I would make my protein drink, my regular powdered protein with almond milk, and then I would add half caramel to that. So, split it in two, add half caramel one, half caramel to the other one, and then I'd have 2 protein drinks for the day. So let me show you what I use for my protein drink. I use this gigantic Performance Isolate, which I got at Costco. I know you can get it other places. I find this to be really good and not too sweet. This is chocolate. I also have vanilla. I don't really think the vanilla tastes like vanilla. I kind of feel like it tastes like a marshmallow or a sugar cookie or something. It's not what I would call vanilla. So a lot of people think that, they're going to get bored with the routine. Like, say, if you buy a giant tub like that one, you're going to be having a lot of protein drinks, right? So one of the things that people do is that they add this P2B. Now this happens to be the P2B Fit, or this is PB Fit, not P2B. Same difference. This one I think actually has a little bit more protein in it than the P2B, but get what you can do. Once again, gigantic tub, Costco. Another thing that people like to do or drink, you might hear these isopures. So this is 160 calories for this giant thing, which is, oh my gosh, I need new glasses. We'll say 20. Yeah, why not? I can't read it. And it is very low in carbs. I think 0. Yep, 0. And it has 40 grams of protein for this thing. It comes in, I believe, 12 flavors. I have all 12 flavors, and I've tried probably half of them. They might come in more flavors. Not really entirely sure. I, once again, find them a little sweet, and I think it's better to mix it with some water because it's pretty intense. And it actually, if I drink the whole bottle without like having some water in it, or if I just have that for lunch, or before surgery, after surgery with my liquid protein, then it actually makes my stomach like cramp up. I don't know what it is about it, but that's just me. Maybe it won't happen to you. All the things that I like to drink are whey isolate, because my body does not really like whey protein. Didn't like it before the surgery, and it hasn't changed after the surgery. So another thing that you can get, and there are a variety of, each of these is just my personal selection, what I have at my house. So there's this Unjury, and I get this from my hospital's pharmacy, and this one has an unflavored one, and it is almost unflavored. It tastes a little bit like milk, slightly milk. So it's good to add to a yogurt, or this one in particular I like to have with, I've got so many examples for you today. I like to have it with bone broth. Bone broth is really good, low calories, low carbs, 45 calories, 9 grams of protein per serving, and a serving is 1 cup. The only thing with the Unjury and maybe other proteins is you can't get them above 140 degrees. So you have to warm up your broth to like 135 degrees, and then you add in your undri. Another thing that I like to do is I have one of those little, like a Ninja Bullet, or, they come in a variety of little things where it's like, you have a base, you put the cup, you turn the thing, and it grinds up your protein drink, take it apart, put a little cup lid, you drink it right out of it. That's really good, and because most of these things, if you just try to mix them by hand, or those mixer balls, or a shaker, it's not going to really get everything. But the bullet sort of thing, or I don't know, there's the Ninja, I don't know what they all are, but they mix up things really well, and you don't have to do the arm work to do it, because it would really take you a really long time to get all the little proteins, all the little powders mixed up. The one thing I will say about the bone broth is that while nutritious and almost delicious, it is a little bland. So add some herbs. I actually just, would add a little bit of salt, maybe some garlic powder, onion powder, whatever floats your boat, and do it that way. So on the subject of protein powders, when I knew that I was going to be having the surgery, I went out and I bought like every kind of protein powder that I could find, because I wanted to try them all, because I tend to be a little picky. Okay, I admit it. And I also figured, well, I'm going to get really bored with the gigantic tub of chocolate. I mean, chocolate's okay, but it's not my favorite thing. Actually, vanilla is my favorite thing. So I just thought, well, maybe I should just try some other ones. So I went out and I bought every single one that I could find. There's ones that taste like coffee. There's ones that taste like, I think, chocolate and coffee. There's the vegan ones, the vegetarian ones. I thought I was really going to like these, because I thought, well, it'd be great to have do a vegetarian diet, since I have problems with whey, and I had a little bit of problems with whey isolate. Except for these also I found to be unbearably sweet. I mean, I drank one day and went to Costco, because that's what I do. And I got the shakes, and I got chills, and I got nauseated, and I thought, I feel really bad. And this is before my surgery. So what I had read, I was like, this feels like dumping syndrome, when everything's going to come right back out. So I sat down, and I was like hot and clammy. It was really bad. My husband's like, do we need to take you to the hospital? What's going on? So, not my personal favorite, but, that's just me. Some people might really like it. I went to try grass-fed whey, because that sounds a little bit, we started eating more grass-fed beef, so before, why not try that? Once again, another coffee flavor. Do not drink these with just milk. Put them in your coffee, I would think, but once again, not above 140 degrees probably. Can't really read the back of this one, but I think that's a good standard rule, is not to drink. Okay, anyway, so you name it, I bought it. And each one of these is like, $5 a pack, and you can see I have a lot of them, and it's a month after my surgery, or 4 weeks after my surgery. I haven't had a lot of them. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, or you want to just try some variety, there are some that you can order from Amazon. There's a selection. So there's goat whey. Goat whey, because it's made from goat milk. There's brown rice. There's casein. There was also pea, like the vegetable. And anyway, there's other vegetarian ones, vegan ones that you can try. Whatever you feel is going to be good for you. There's also the, like I said, the undri. You can also get individual packets, and there's this one is interesting, because this is the only one that I've found that I haven't had everyone, irregardless of everything, or regardless of everything that you see here. I have not actually tried every protein drink in the world. This one is chicken soup flavor. Now in the hospital, they let me choose what my first meal was past ice and water, and for some reason I was just really in the mood for salty, and maybe I mentioned this before in another video, but I had the chicken soup flavor, and they were really surprised, because the nurse said, I've been working on this bariatric floor for 6 years, and I think you're the only the second person that has requested this. as their first meal, I will go check to see if we have one that is not out of date, and I will make it for you. Um, but they also have a wide variety of flavors. I don't know how many flavors again. And these in particular, I'm just going to say, I went to my hospital's pharmacy and I told them, I'm getting ready to have bariatric surgery. My nutritionist said that you guys have a lot of this brand of Undri. Is there, and that there's an assortment box. Can I get an assortment box? And they said, well, we can sell you an assortment box, but it also comes with things that you probably aren't going to want to use. But we do have samples. And they gave me a sample of each of the kind, which was really generous of them. I don't know if other pharmacies will do that. Maybe the hospital-related ones will maybe give you one or two. I don't know. You can try. Why not? I mean, free is free. And it gives you a chance to try a lot of things. So another thing is that, at least on my plan, yogurts were considered a liquid. So before surgery, when I had, I didn't actually have to do a liquid diet. Post surgery, I had to do more of a liquid diet. But I found these. Now, this is just a local brand of Harris Teeter, and they're Carb Master yogurts. This happens to be key lime flavored. This is important. It's the carb part that you have to be careful of, because you're supposed to be eating really low carbs, and a lot of the low fat yogurts, which a lot of people recommend, actually they add more sugar to get it to taste better. So just check the carbs. So this one has 10 grams. No, that's cholesterol. This one has 5 grams of carbs for this whole container, which is pretty good. My protein drink, and I do, also has 3. Okay, that either says 3 or 5. I'm not quite sure. 3 or 5 for a scoop, which is like a 2-ounce serving. So speaking of 2-ounce serving, a lot of people swear by the protein bars. And don't get me wrong, I think they're delicious. And where are they delicious? They're really high in carbs. I have yet to find one that is actually low in carbs. They say, oh, this is low in carbs. Okay, so this is 2 grams of a protein bar. I just happen to have this one in my house. I'm not against protein bars. I'm not against anyone eating protein bars, but you do have to be careful with carbs. So as I said, this is a Quest bar. This is white chocolate and raspberry. You can't think, well, oh, that's going to be light. That's not going to have carbs. So this is 2 grams, as I said. And this has 21 grams of carbs. Now, when you compare that to a protein drink, as I was saying, my giant tub of protein, you have, we're going to go with 3 grams of carbs in 2 ounces of powder, and you add that into 6 to 8 ounces of milk, whatever kind of milk you like, I guess, and that's still only maybe 5 grams of carbs for 8 ounces. Let's say it's 8 ounces now. So doing the math, if you had equal amount of grams of weight, this would now be over a 200, I'm bad at math, but not that bad. Over 80 grams of carbs. That's a lot of carbs, and that's a lot of sugar. So you might want to steer away from these for quite some time. A lot of people say, well, they're good for having in my purse or in my car when I have, when I'm out and I'm supposed to be eating better, and I don't want to, get into bad habits and run into a drugstore or a fast food place or whatever and pick up just a candy bar or a bag of chips because I'm starving, I'm really hungry. So one thing I recommend is, instead of this, which has a lot of carbs and can melt, I recommend getting jerky. Now, right away you won't be able to eat this because you won't be able to eat anything hard like this, and you can chew it and it gets soft, and it's, that's fine. But you do have to look for these that have lower carbs, and you can get them from 1 gram of carbs for this whole thing up to 20 or 30 grams of carbs for this whole thing, because there's a lot of avoid anything that says honey or sugar glazed or teriyaki or anything like that, and look, and they'll all tell you what the carbs are. Just I do think that's better, and they're tastier. So another thing that you can eat pretty soon after having your surgery, and it's going to be up to your nutritionist and your doctor, and you should listen to them. But one of the first things that I could eat was soft cheese. So soft cheese and deli meat, like turkey, sliced turkey, thinly sliced, and things like that. There's, once again, it's up to your nutritionist. But Baby Bells, pretty soft, pretty tasty, pretty small. 2 of these would fill me right up right after surgery. Also, another thing I found is these teeny tiny little mozzarella balls. They're so cute. There's 3 of them in there. These have a lot of protein for the size. Once again, 2 of these, 6 of these would fill me up. And it was delicious and soft and easy for my stomach to digest. So that's an idea on proteins. You have to do what you have to do for yourself. But maybe this will help. Just, a lot of people say your tastes are going to change. Don't invest a lot of money in giant tubs of protein powder. Personally, I have not found that to change. My tastes have not changed yet. I'm still on softer foods. I haven't gone back to all the foods in the world or anything, and still no vegetables, no fruit, no nuts, no dried berries, nothing like that. But the only thing that has changed for me is now I cannot stand the taste of our filtered water in our house. It's the only thing. Bottled water is fine. The, $3,000 filter that we have underneath our sink, not delicious anymore. I've never been a big plain water fan, but now it just tastes disgusting to me. And so if that's all that's changed for me, then I'm happy with that. Anyway, do what's good for you. Do what's easy for you. I went a little crazy with buying all these proteins. But my husband's also drinking protein drinks a couple of times a week. So, between the 2 of us, we'll probably go through it eventually. And if not, well, I'll donate it to somebody who can use it. They come in a wide variety of prices. Figure out what's best for you, what you need to do, and you take care of you. So anyway, I hope you've had at least an interesting time listening to me ramble on about proteins. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.